What a breaker Fedor Gorst is at this cup break. We've seen everyone struggle so far, other than the Ghost, as they call him. And he's got to look at the blue 2 here, and if he can just get the first positional shot right, the wreck really should be over. Yeah, playing for the red 3 in the same hole, and this is plumb.
Yeah, great chance for the rest of the world to very quickly take a 1-0 lead in this match. But what did you make of what we saw in the team match there, Carl? At times it felt like all much too similar to last night.
It wasn't pretty, there was some good stuff and then just a few basic errors, and this seems to be kind of just the theme of what we've seen so far last night, and then obviously early on tonight, just too many basic errors. I mean, you can understand players missing balls and positional play going a little bit wrong, and you know, if you're going for some flare shots you can miss a few of them, but when it comes just down to the obvious meaning, like a rack like this, these are where they've just not capitalising at the moment. Still kind of feel like there's a change going to happen though at some point. I just find it hard to believe this is just going to keep going.
You probably had a very similar feeling here last year when you were captain.
Well, you say that. We were 3-2 down after night 1, and Shaw should have beat Yap in the last match. We should have lost the team match because we were 4 down. We ended up pinching it, and I thought, here we go. So to come out of night 1 3-2 down, I was a little bit shell shocked, but then obviously on night 2 we lost all 4.
So 3 balls down off the break, and it's a break and run for Fedor Gorst. He wins the opener against AJ Manis. So nothing Manis could have done once he had sat down after losing the lag. Didn't get to the table in rack 1. He starts rack 2.
9 balls going close.
Oh, 9 balls going in! Well, when things are going so well for you, you don't need little bits of fortune like that. And even the little dramatic pause on the lip of the pocket before dropping in. And his captain and the champion of the world. Teens when he won the World Championship for the first time.
Rack 3.
Thumbs up there.
Rest of the world to break. Scores are tied 1 rack each.
2 occasions now, just like Gorst. Okay, so swiftly on with rack 3.
I'll tell you what, he's crushing the break. 4 balls, that's a record as well this year's cup. I don't believe we've had a 4 off the break just yet.
He's potted 7 balls in total from his 2 breaks so far. It's more like something from the old era with the different pockets and break rules.
Yeah, I don't think he can pot this ball with his playing cue. However, he's a genius with the short cue. He knocked so many of these in. I mean, this is like over the pocket for Fedor, this. Cue ball's kind of swinging around to the left, maybe come around the back of the 8. He was never going to miss that. It was impossible. I think he's missed 1 jump shot in a couple of nights play, and the jump shot he missed, he rattled it, and it was an awful jump shot to be faced with. He's just so good with that cue.
Beat Aloysius Yap in a big event. He actually defeated him in the World Championship back in July.
Overrun the cue ball a little bit there. I thought he was just going to cinch it and play a 9 in the other corner, but he's come across, so he's got a little thin one.
Already had 2 break and runs in this match. And continue to move very swiftly through the racks. Efficient stuff from Manis. 2. A couple of bits of fortune already in this match, acknowledging that one. And these two are going to be seeing a lot of each other over the next hour to an hour and a half, because after this there'll be an opposing sides in the doubles that follows. Manus with Johan Chua, Gorst partnering Jason Shaw. Bit of good fortune that Manus had on his previous visit to the table has yielded a chance for him to lead for the first time in the match.
He plays a lot of challenge matches. He's got a big social media following, his AJ Manus, and he just gets on with the game, doesn't he?
So laid back in his style, his demeanour, the way he gets down to the shot. Barely even seems to look at it, and just one pull of the trigger and bang. So Gorst found himself in a bit of trouble thanks to a stroke of good fortune on the part of Manus. And that gave the chance to the Philippines teenager, and this could be a really big moment in this match now, because he's in front for the first time at 3-2, and he's breaking now in the next rack.
You know, maybe show all of your game, but I think you've just got to try and keep things simple. Just try and think, you know, don't try and be too acute with your cue ball, because the table, it's a funny table. It's very responsive. I actually think it's running pretty fast, but it's been a while since I've put the cue together. Spoke to a few of the lads today. They felt it weren't as quick as I were making out, but certainly looks responsive. We've seen a few players overdo the cue ball because of that. Go back to the team point, don't you? You know, Gorst was at the table. Nice little layout. Plays a poor positional shot to leave himself jacked up. He's got a wide open table. I'm not saying it's not easy to do what he's done, because we've all done it, but it could have been 3-3. Shaw then wins the next rack, the 4-3 up. Just little things. Well, he may have left the pot here for Gorst.
So I guess in a way what you're saying is the best strategy to have going into a team event is not really to have any strategy at all. Just try and keep the team element out of your mind as much as you can.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're out there. The team point is a funny point, isn't it? It's very nerve-wracking. Everyone's in the arena. The captains are there. But Fedor's looking good, though, to me. He is looking really good.
Although they did clinch it in the next match via Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. A real letdown for the Americans in Orlando last year, Gorst. Oh, and he's going to feel very let down over that.
Another ball missed for Team Row, Team Rest of the World, and we have just not seen Fedor do that a lot in the big singles tournaments that we have on tour. And now he's put himself locked up in jail. Tough kick coming up. Can't get to that right hand side rail. Difficult whenever you're hitting a rail close to the cue ball. He didn't even look at the bottom rail. He could have gone bottom rail and then over towards the right centre pocket, if you like, and go into it that way.
just having the time of his life out there. Some players getting a call up they didn't expect. Might have shrunk from it a bit. He seems to have been walking tall ever since he was chosen for this Asia team. He spoke very well, I thought, at the press conference the day before the tournament. Didn't seem overawed at all. Knew he was by far the least experienced and least prominent player in the whole event. But he didn't seem to be perturbed by any thoughts of not belonging. And now, with a run of 3 in a row, he's got himself to the hill. Fedor Gorst is going to have to win 3 in a row, or Asia will lead 6-0. The young player we've been talking about for some time, Manus, got to a ranking final a couple of years ago, only 16. Was beaten by Ko Pin-Yi.
Not quite sure what he's got here. I don't know how thin this is, cutting it in the side, or where the cue ball's going. Also, I don't actually know if it goes in the upper corner. He's playing safe. Well, that's gone wrong. Here doesn't want to be straight. Yeah, look at the cue ball here, pulls it up towards the red 3. What a chance.
He's emerging as the outstanding player of the night, potentially. So much opportunity for him. Potted the winning 9-ball in the team match. Chance to beat the world #1 here and then ride that wave straight into the doubles that they'll both be involved in a few minutes after this one is completed.
Wow, did not see that one coming, just fight it into the rail. Too much pace, it's rattled, stayed over. Chance for Fedor Gorst. They're always tricky, these ones though, when they're deep in the pocket to try and get position. This will get the job done. Is this the moment that Team Rest of the World have been waiting for? A moment where they've probably all been watching backstage, and maybe a couple are out here as well in their little kind of like players dugout, probably thinking AJ's going to win, it's going to be 6-0, but the young Filipino, well, he's missed the ball up the rail.
So Manus had his chance to get this done, to get the point on the board. Left the 4 hanging. Fine opening shot from Gorst when he came to the table. And he's done the rest from there. So from 4-2 down, Gorst has won 2 in a row. He's level at 4-all, and he will have the break in the deciding rack. I think
this could go close. Keep your eyes on the 9.
And the roof. Well. Okay, so it's all resulted in a chance for Gorst. And this could be the moment they've been waiting for, they've been searching for ever since this started, the moment to finally kickstart their campaign, get them into life. Great to get any kind of point on the board, but if it's going to come in a match where Gorst was 4-2 down, so much the better. Big 2 or 3 minutes ahead.
What's this to bounce? It's playing in the upper left. Yeah, it's close to the ball, but the angle's okay. The pocket is generous coming in at this angle. He's going to play for the purple in left centre. This is the shot, isn't it? If he knocks this in and lands straight on the purple, I mean, he knocks him in 100 out of 100. He's the world number one. Okay, this is it. 3 seconds to go. It's in the middle. We've seen the team sheet that was put out by Double J. This is the reason why he was putting all his hopes on the world number one. You know, at this point it was just a case of trying to win the evening session 3-2. They'd take 3-2. Does not shirt foul. Now, I don't know what kind of footage we're going to get of this, but have you ever?
He's brushed the 7 ball with his shirt. Well, we've got to get a closer look at that.
Well, Taylor Fuente had the best view in the building.
To remember excellent Catchy having a shirt foul in the opening tee match of Moscone a few years ago that ultimately cost Europe the opening match. This is much more crucial. You can never